to help you comprehend why insiders are leaking information and why the internet is going crazy. We have all the receipts. How was the public made aware of this shocking discovery? In reality, what goes on behind the scenes? Most significantly, you will be shocked by the truth of what follows. Nobody was prepared for Claressa Shields' bombshell revelation that Papoose is her baby daddy. It was an utterly haphazard reaction. When Remy Ma presented the shocking truth that paralyzed everyone, his answer fell short of expectations. The crowd blew up. The situation deteriorated when he claimed that Remy Italy had cheated on Papoose. Without holding back, he chastised Remy for abandoning the man who had been her devoted friend for years. He made sure everyone knew that he thought she had cheated on Papoose. The most startling thing was that EAS made no effort to refute the allegations of adultery. When Papoose discovered that he had successfully validated women, he wasted no time complaining about his frequent declarations of love and admiration for them, including naming them the best. He broke apart from Remy immediately and continued on, according to reports, rather than becoming entangled in the confusion. He is accompanied by Claressa Shields, the champion herself. Messier's Instagram offensive against Claressa and Papoose a few days earlier revealed texts that Claressa had written to Papoose. "You take accountability. It was you who was married." Among, "It should not be a big problem to tell me that you fell asleep or that you got home safely," the notes had said. "At the very least, sleep with me over the phone or in person if you can't." Based on my observations, Claressa is ready to defend her rights and is even prepared to throw her hands if needed. Attempts by Claressa to persuade Papoose Remy refused to tell her the truth. Thus, the words she was writing were made up. The Skira boxing champion, Claressa Shields, supposedly hung up the phone in terror upon hearing my voice. "Remy wasn't finished yet, so even if I told you everything, you're not alone." "Every day," she said. For much too long, Claressa Shields and her PR team had been writing untrue pieces about me. Pap demanded that I keep silent, even though I begged him to say something that would make me look terrible and make him seem like an angel. "Oh no, I witnessed it all, and now that you're so resilient, so will everyone else. Additionally, because you're ugly," he said, "you would never see him." I am exhausted. But the story of this New Yorker was not over. When Claressa learned that Remy had, she exploded. "Show her to the world." She said to Papoose, "I know you hate online drama, but you have to do something about it. She must not see this. Just so you know, Claressa doesn't have to be in a tumultuous romantic relationship. Connection with a married man due to her upcoming December 25th release of a big-budget film." Remy continued, however, writing, "You are a dummy, Papoose." He grabbed her phone and said, "Hey, Miss Shields." While he was being held, all of your communications and photos from other ladies were forwarded to me. Claressa kept contacting me and stated, "I'm not happy, but all right," like pleading. "I don't want to cause you any more pain, so I want Papoose to be at least one of them. I'll give up." "Hello, Miss Shields. I am a decent woman who only has one boyfriend, just as I was a lady with one husband." Actually, Remy spat at Claressa, who might have been pleading for money. People will go for other reasons besides this. He believes he is the prize, which is why he stated it. He is more of a taker than a giver, and because I have the money, he would never buy you anything. She basically labeled Papoose broke, which seemed to have been the last straw for him. "Sad to say, but Remy is a narcissist," he replied. "She repeatedly made the decision to cheat. Now that I have finally moved on, she is acting like the victim. You don't want me as your enemy, so stop toying with me. I'm not even upset. Actually, your man is upset because I am very happy." She prefers social media influence rather than deal with issues in this way, even though I have repeatedly asked for a divorce. I didn't want to share this turmoil online for the sake of our 6-year-old, but I've been silent long enough. You keep going even though I'll never get anyone arrested. That is another easily demonstrable falsehood. The two of you lying to the police by fabricating text messages from 10 years ago is blatantly narcissistic. Cover up infidelity. He continued by responding to the allegations that Remy had cheated on him with a person he knew, adding, "I was at home yesterday with Mai, and she didn't believe me when I told her that we could pretend that I hadn't shared a bed with him. When I last saw him, he was quite soft and in the fetal position. I still have her letters pleading with me to lie about it. However, since I didn't even attempt self-defense, it is irrelevant. I knocked him out and Remy woke him up and spent 4 days at home with him. My child was lying again when I returned home to spend time with her. Egocentric, I knocked him out because he shook my hand and then slept with my wife, not because he slept with her." Remy swiftly responded, I am with my baby on every important day. Throwing doubt on the notion that she had left their daughter on Christmas. You're seriously addicted to gambling. And you attempted to extort money from me in order to ensure a smooth divorce, she added. I've been pleading with you to go, and you would do the same if we had a public argument. You also filmed me making fun of me for calling the police. Just as you had used my background and the reputation of the alleged gangster girl to trap me throughout your threats. Oh, it's not Remy Ma calling the police for help, they said. You're a snitch. You're a rat. Give them a call. They have both been making claims and arguing with one another. Additional tales and attempting to guide the conversation with Papoose, who had largely given his response, made it apparent that he had been suppressing his dissatisfaction for some time. He claimed that Remy had rejected his attempt to set up a covert divorce because he believed she was seeking attention. I am only speaking now because I can't ignore the way she is twisting things any longer, he said. Considering the chaos on social media, he has repeatedly stated that he does not want his 6-year-old daughter to grow up in this mess and that she is his top priority. Remy vehemently denied ever attempting to lock her up. The fact that he brought up her alleged adultery was the most devastating blow. When he was at home with their child on Christmas, he made it clear that Remy was with someone else. He accused her of lying to change the facts and said that she refused to handle their divorce like an adult because she did not want the truth to be known. Denigrate him and defend her own behavior. Later, Papoose admitted that he had rendered the man Remy was seeing unconscious. The man acted and shook his hand, calmed down, and then left without telling his wife, not because of the affair. He explained how Remy left him and their daughter for the same man after the fight, which Papoose claimed was the height of betrayal. Even if he is over it and has moved on, the drama is far from done, and it doesn't seem like things will get better anytime soon. This split is among the messiest hip-hop breakups ever. And Remy didn't stop there. This time, she continued to chastise Papoose for leaving her out of the letter she wrote to Joe and your brothers, and you tried to conceal me from everyone. No, I said. Don't speak up. Keep the real guy hidden. I was saying that you will stop at nothing to preserve the image of black love that I helped you create. And you have no problem spreading false information about me. How many members of my family and friends did you purposefully alienate? How many times did you pretend there was a misunderstanding to start the situation? Because of the whispers you shared with them, they started to feel uneasy and distrustful of me. Deny me the attention you desired each time you downplayed my achievements, refused to acknowledge them, or tried to shift the focus to someone else. It was visible to me. You did nothing but watch helplessly as I lost the people I loved. She added that he was jealous of her success and that she was happy to see people praising her so highly. That's because I wouldn't put you above everyone. You made an effort to shatter my dreams, ambitions, and goals. You even made a public vow to destroy. You spread rumors, incited people against me, and did everything in your power to make it fail because you wanted to see me fail. Remy continued without hesitation. When I started the Battle Rap League, you were there. You were annoyed, since I was helping out other rappers. Did you feel threatened by that? How, if at all? Your shadow was not something I wanted to live in. I decided to take a chance. She asserted that she was tired of the knockout story being used against her, and that she knew Papoose also had that story. I'm so tired of the knockout story because you made sure it never ended. Every time it began to wane, you brought it back to life and came up with new ideas to inspire others to follow suit. Even if you convinced yourself it wouldn't, you made sure it did if you knew it wouldn't. In actuality, you moved around like a nighttime robber in a mask. You quickly left when he saw you, but not before giving everyone additional grounds to doubt me. My security is aware of your identity. Was more than just a quarrel. Was an open conflict, and neither side was prepared to give up. They are in love. The story came to light. Admirers who had previously believed in one another were now unsure of whom to trust. I hope you made it up and then sold it to the entire public. You supplied battle rappers in my organization with false information influence, bought information, and disseminated false information, the way you wanted other people to see me. You made some people doubt me, mistrust me, and turn against me. Why? You couldn't stand it every time I did something without you. You had to be in command because you wanted to be the hero and I was the evil. In spite of all that had transpired, including the deceit, manipulation, and betrayal, you dared to ask me to the event. You took hold of my hand, pretended to be real while grinning for the cameras. This gave the impression that we were still collaborating. You required others to continue to have faith in you and the world to see us united. I'll let you play along then. When I wanted to yell, I smiled, and when I wanted to leave, I stood with you. Since I saw you today, I gave you a chance. Despite my knowledge that it was all falsehoods, I will not remain silent any longer. You forgot that you had attacked me in the water, thus it was never completed. Garage. To get you the heck off me, the workman contacted the police. Pap, keep playing tricks on the police. I've finished editing myself. The audio and video come next. Continue to lie. Currently, it's clear that their marriage is over and everything is in utter disarray. She claimed that Papoose had harassed her. To be honest, they kept acting like the ideal couple, which for a while fooled a lot of people. However, Remy learned something even more startling before the truth is revealed. Prior to, they were cool. Then Claressa started acting strangely towards Papoose. She greeted her a happy new year, shared pictures of Claressa demming her, and even sought for advice on how to flaunt her physique. This is ridiculous, Remy said. She sought my advice on style a few days prior. This strange girl belongs to Papa. I created a monster, she continued. Even though I knew it was improper to praise you, I kept quiet after realizing the truth. The fact that a 45-year-old woman is acting like a clown and crashing out is unbelievable. At last, Claressa returned the clap after growing tired of being captivated by the drama. You are 29 years old, but I am not yet 45, Remy said. You believe you know what I have, so you feel free to lie to these individuals, but I can assure you that you will regret it. Although he likes to give you flowers and presents, this weak point was with his other girlfriend, but he didn't pick up the phone. Claressa then adopted the opposing position, claiming that Remy was fabricating texts in order to incite conflict. Fans are picking over the debate, which doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. In addition, she said, "It's crazy that you made fake texts. You can't bully me because I'm a woman. It's complete mayhem. And now you're making things up, angry and bitter. It's finished. Come get your behind," she said, setting Remy up for a fight right away. Whooped. Crash out. February 2nd. You know what occurred when no one was discussing the Vista Cups? Remy turned down her challenge. Claressa is a boxing professional. In just a few seconds, she would have ruined Remy. Let's be honest. However, Remy didn't exactly show up for someone who claims to be done with Papoose. Claressa is concerned about the block captain's appearance and the fact that he appears to be proposing to her. Are the reports that he is already having affairs shocking to anyone? Papoose appears to have completely moved on, as shown by the fact that he is showing off his new girlfriend here, and that Claressa has said that she is willing to marry him. Remy is most likely content with their relationship and regretting how things turned out elsewhere, despite the fact that their drama appears to be far from over. Watch to see what happens next. Then,